living in Waterloo, Ontario, will have his day in court again. Helmut Oberlander served as a translator in a death squad that was responsible for tens of thousands of deaths of civilians. Then after the war, he immigrated to Canada, but a court discovered he had lied about his Nazi service. The federal government has stripped him of his citizenship 4 times. 3 times, Oberlander has gone to court to overturn that decision. He is expected to do so again today. Joining us to talk about this case is our legal expert, Tanya Walker of Walker Law. Good to have you back with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, why now? Why has this come up again?
I believe it's, even though he's 95 years old, the Trudeau government has sent a message that there's not an age limitation on when we as Canadians will stop pursuing you if you were able to obtain your Canadian citizenship based on misinformation. We want to send a message to the world that that's just not the right thing to do.
Well, he has, as we mentioned, he has tried to have this decision overturned. He has been successful in the past. What is his argument based on? We know that he was a part of the death squad, so what is his appeal based on?
His argument is based on the fact that I was just merely a translator and I wasn't involved in any wrongdoing. I was also conscripted into this when I was 17 years old. I did not have a choice. That's what he's saying here. And at this point in time, his lawyers are also saying, because he's around 95 years old, that his memory has gone away a little bit and he won't even be able to testify properly. So that's what he's looking at there.
All right. If he if he is successful today, or if he's not successful today, then what happens next for him?
If he's not successful, I suspect he will do what he did in 2012, which is appeal to the Federal Court of Appeal. And at that point in time, the court will also look at other factors such as, was there really duress here? Do we have the evidence to demonstrate that he was actually involved in the group that was responsible for the massacre of many people? And if we don't have that evidence, then he's likely to win his appeal again.
And how long will this continue, Tanya? Will he continue, will this continue to come up in court? Will he continue to appeal? 4 times is a lot.
The obvious answer is it will probably continue until he passes away. But at this point in time, I'm not sure, because the government has spent over $2 million on trying to get him to leave the country. And it might not be the most beneficial use of our taxpayers' dollars to continue to appeal this over and over again.
B'nai B'rith is the group that has been given intervenor status in this case. What are their arguments saying that his citizenship should remain revoked?
Well, the law is based on the law and equity. And equity, the courts look at what is fair in the circumstance. So sometimes, even if the law doesn't work in your favor, if there's a fairness component, then the judge may rule in your favor. So what I suspect they're going to do is make an argument based on the fact that without his involvement or participation, that he wouldn't have helped that regime get it further. You need a translator, and that's what he served as. And as a translator, he helped further the goals of the Nazi regime.
All right, thanks for clearing.